Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and welcome to show and tell number 201, 202. It says in the title bar down below. So, moving progress. I'm down to like what I would consider more like tidying task. Again, I'm in Halloween mode. Not gonna lie, we're getting close. I'm filming this on Wednesday, so we're less than a week away from Halloween. I'm very excited. It'll be our first Halloween in the new house. Let's see how the trick-or-treating goes. I have a whole bunch of Reese's pumpkins covered in white chocolate and regular chocolate. I have coloring books. I have slap bracelets. I have little toys. We're getting Sour Punch straws and I think Skittles, and there's something else coming that's chocolate but no peanuts, and I can't remember what it is. Anyway, so we have candy coming. I did have it delivered because it was cheaper to have it delivered than buy it in person this year. So what I was originally saying, I'm down to like tidying task as far as like the unpacking stuff. There's still stuff that's displaced. So I haven't really like not done anything. But like I said last week, we're in the point where there's really not a whole lot to film to show as far as the house progress, because we're out of boxes. Things are more or less put up. So we have like reorg stuff that's going on, but not like big event things. But I'm still very busy every single day. So we've completed 6 weeks here, and that's where we are. I am hoping either today or tomorrow to go down to the post office and get a P.O. box. So hopefully that will appear in the description box of the channel here shortly. We'll see. They do have available P.O. boxes at my local post office. So we've got a post office 4 miles away and a post office 1 mile away. Cheers. I actually think either post office would probably work just fine for me. But I do want to say the post office that's 1 mile away is like almost across the street from the local yarn store that I discovered has opened up over here since I left. So I might have to make some extra stops by there, just to check in on, what's going on in the local yarn industry. I think right now they are the only LYS here. The lady passed away that had the other one in Irmo. The lady that used to be on Divine closed shop, 5 years ago. So I think this is the only LYS left here. So anyway, I'm perfectly fine with that because it is, once again, 1 mile away from the house. So Google shows that it's 1 mile away. I know it's more than 1 mile away unless you were going by the way the birds fly, because it takes me like 8 minutes to get over there. But anywho, I am enjoying having, this is one of those like adulty things. You end up with a favorite grocery store, a favorite burner, and a favorite spatula. So I am back in the land where there are Lowe's grocery stores. It does take a little bit longer to get to them, but I can get to them. Whereas the one that was closest to the house in Charlotte was about a 40-minute drive with traffic. So I will have to make a Costco stop at some point this week too, which I'm not looking forward to. It's not that it's far away, but it just takes so long to get through Costco. But I have things for my mother-in-law's party that I need. So once again, being back in Columbia, I am able to go back to my favorite bakery. So I ordered her cake from my favorite bakery, and apparently red velvet is her favorite. So that's kind of exciting. I might have to have a little cheat. Might feel like poop for a couple days, but red velvet cake is my like all-time favorite cake. So anyway, I got that. I got that ordered. I will share pictures of like the cake and the catering after it's delivered and stuff like that, but I won't invade my family's privacy by like sharing pictures of the party or anything. But I did get a cake topper. She is a very energetic woman for 95 years old. So she likes bright colors and, you know, she still does her hair and makeup and stuff. So I did get her a rhinestone cake topper and I'm kind of excited about it. I'm just a little excited about it. All the siblings have been communicated with. We think everybody's going to be here, but we're still, you know, 2 weeks out from the party. So we'll see how that a week and a half out from the party. So we'll see how everything pans out with everybody coming, because we've got people coming from North Carolina to Florida. So I did make a silly purchase. I needed it like a hole in the head. I will leave I've got an affiliate link with Amazon, so I will share that in the description box down below, but I could not resist a fully reversible, furry, hot pink ghost blanket. So I've had some very cuddly evenings watching TV downstairs. I have not gotten a whole lot of knitting and crocheting done in the evening like I would have liked to, because I have had a cat on my lap literally nonstop every single night. And I am not going to complain about getting kitten cuddles. But we have been watching the Hammer film miniseries from the 1980s. It's 1 hour episodes. They're a little on the weird side. Not that you would expect anything different from Hammer films, but they are a little bit. We're watching them through Peacock. So if you have Peacock, definitely go check it out if you're looking for something that's kind of a little bit more twisted version of like the Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, Hitchcock Presents kind of things. They're not necessarily scary, but they are weird. It's the kind of thing, it's kind of miniseries you would have expected to be out in like 1977, not 1980. And if you're in the like horror genre, you will understand what I mean when you watch it. So anyway, I have had these weird little pockets of time though, where I'm waiting on something to happen. So I have gotten some knitting done and a little bit of crochet done. But primarily I've been focusing on card making. I don't know why, but when I have those 5 minutes, I am kind of jumping up here. I think it's generally because I'm bringing something upstairs and I'm done for 10-15 minutes. So I'm already up here. I may as well do that instead of something else. Although I'm getting really bad starteritis. Like I really want to start a new knitting or crochet project and I don't have anything new to start right now. So I might have to pull like one of the bulky yarns, since that was a goal, was to work on some of my bulky yarns. I might have to pull a bulky yarn and make like a wrap or something. I keep meaning to use this one in particular, just because I think it would be so snuggly. And this is from, does this one have a year printed on it? No, it does not. I know I've had this in my stash at least like 6 years. It's pretty old. So anyway, on to what I did with the cards. So first off, I do want to share the card sketches that I know for a fact I used is the sheet load of cards from Call Me Crafty Al from July 22. And that's the sketch. Definitely go check out her YouTube channel if you're looking for some card sketches that will get you a number of cards fairly quickly and efficiently use your paper. We'll also have the sheet load of cards from October 2022, May 2023. That's that one. Oops. I think I forgot to show you what the picture of the sketch looks there for that one. And also October 2023. So the new one. I used this one with the paper pack I shared last week. So I will try to do the hashtags for this if I remember, but that's where we are. I will leave Call Me Crafty Al's channel linked here down below in the description box, so go check that out if you have questions about the blanket or this, or any other patterns that I share in the course of this conversation. So I think we have like 46 cards I ended up getting out of this. Now, I did also use some of the sketches from Jess Crafts. I will also leave her tag down below. She has a number of sketches. She does a lot of kind of more like one sheet wonder kind of things where she's trying to use up 100% primarily 6x6 paper pads. This was a 6x6 paper pad, but like I said, it was weird. These things really don't go together. Like the colors go together. If you had other collections from them, I'm sure you could pair these with some of the other collections. But as far as a standalone paper pad, this was really weird to work with. Actually, hold on just one second and I'll go grab the cover so we can talk about it. So this is Goldenrod from One Canoe 2. And I got this for $2.99 at Tuesday morning. I actually probably got it on sale. But you can see, like, this row kind of makes sense. But then you start adding in some of these and it just, they don't quite all go together seamlessly. The color palette is the same throughout, but the theme of the papers just kind of didn't make sense. So I did not write on the top glue band what year I got this in. As I have not shopped at Tuesday Morning for paper pads in 5 years. It's at least been in my stash for 5 years. And on the back, let's see. It says 2018 on the back. So it probably didn't take too long to hit Tuesday Morning. But this is by American Crafts. I liked the paper. Once again, I like American Crafts stuff generally, but this was a weird... I kind of would like to see what the whole collection was like, and if there are other things that this was meant to kind of go with, because as a standalone paper pad, like I said, it was just weird. So I'm going to try to keep the something got misplaced, y'all, because these don't have envelopes. That's not right. Oh well, I'll have to go through and see what I did wrong, because did I not? Oh, I did straight up just didn't finish these at all. Okay, that's why they don't have envelopes. So I stamped a little sentiment there on the front, but I haven't put any gems or jewels. I probably won't, because I think I kind of like these as they are. But these all say, good friends never go out of style. I did kind of intend to keep these more like thank you cards and note cards, not specific. I didn't want to keep them, I didn't want to make them specific. Now, a number of them, I did not put internal sentiments in. The card is ready to be stamped if I decide I want to put something in them, but a number of them, I did go ahead and just glue them down to keep them as note cards. So this one says, every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. I really love how this turned out. This is a particularly cute card in the way that one turned out. We have, both of these are thank you cards. And I did not like this arrangement for the stamp, so I moved it to a stacked. And I got little gems on there. I'm trying to use up these Amazon rhinestones. I don't particularly care for those. But once again, we have the interior note with the little flag. We have the matching washi tape on the envelope and the card itself. I just pulled random washi tape out of my stash. I have a bunch of random washi tape in my stash. So once again, we're back to the everyday sentiment on this one. This, I think, is one of the Just Crafts. This was a scrappy card. I need to start, like, when I do these, I need to make note. I do not like this card. This did not turn out great. Sometimes they just don't work. That's one of the scrappy cards. I do have other scrappy cards that turned out much better. These are from a Jess Crafts, one of her templates. And the papers in the background came from a different collection. They were just, I have the little drawers beside my desk that have colors of 4 by 5 1/4 pieces pre-cut. So I count myself lucky to call you a friend, and thanks. I think I prefer the thanks card. But then again, I really love pink. And once again, we have the matching washi tapes on the back. Both of these, I think, are from a Recollections collection that I got many, many moons ago. This is one of the Call Me Crafty Owl sketches. I think this is the May 2023 sketch. But once again, I was able to incorporate that landscape paper just a little bit more. I like how that turned out. And I'm using the same, I will try to remember to leave it in the iCard. I had shared with you guys paper crafting supplies that I use constantly. It's the dimensional tape that I had in there. This is one of the scrap cards, and this is a paper that came out of the back. I used my stub punch. And once again, it's the everyday may not be good sentiment on that one. We have 2 more scrap cards, just different sentiments. And for those, I get the 12 by 12 double stick scrapbook paper sheets, and I cut them to whatever size I'm doing, generally 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or 4 by 5 1/4, sorry. The cards are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I generally cut them to 4 by 5 1/4. I will put it on the background so the entire piece is now sticky, and then I'll lay my scrap strips down. And sometimes I measure them, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. This was one of the Jess Crafts. No, this is a Call Me Crafty Owl sketch. And I really like this. Now, it was fun to play with this, doing the same print overlapping, because it just creates that dimension over the same thing. I did the same thing with the landscape cards that I shared last week that I can, once again, now that they're fully decorated, I can share again. Now we got a different group here. Friends don't let you do dumb things alone. Every moment is a blessing. And these two are loosely following the Call Me Crafty Owl sketch from October 2023. The sheetload of cards. Then we got this one that's in the same sheetload group. And this is more how the sketch is supposed to be done. Some of it is where the paper, like based on the paper scrap size. And sometimes I did it based on, I messed up and I was trying to fix it. So we got that. Kind of the same card again. And I'm not sure if that's one of the ones I just shared as being played with a lacy corner punch. And instead of doing the sentiment down the center, I used the longer sentiment again and moved it over to the side instead of, and this one is friendship isn't a big thing, it's a million little things, which I thought that was really cute. I did leave these as plain cards. I didn't do anything to these when I came through to embellish them. I'm leaving these as plain note cards. I really just love the picture on these. So I left those as plain note cards. And then the ones that I showed you last week Like this is playing on the same color once again, coming through. And just by doing that little border, it just kind of pops it out, but it looks like the same piece has been brought out. And we've got, and after y'all saw these last week, you know, all I did was add gems, do the inside, and embellish the back of the envelope. Here's the same picture on the background sheet that it matches, the cut apart with the, and I still use one of the scrap pieces to do this little bar up here. So I think that just, it's a really neat play on the same image. It's a simple card visually, but it gives impact just because of it's the nature of that print on print. Then we got the Squeeze the Day card again, which I still think these turned out really cute. What a lovely day. Once again, this is that same October 2023 sketch, except I had the larger cut apart that I used. And I covered the seam in the middle there. This is another one that I'm just leaving plain. I just like it as a plain note card. I think it's pretty on its own. I didn't really need to do anything. This kind of plays in the same colors, but once again, using the cut apart. And then we're back to the beginning. So those are all the cards that I got out of that One Canoe 2 paper pad. And I will embellish the back of these 4 and give them their envelopes, and then I'm done. So I'm pretty happy with how these turned out, especially as this was really more of a test run of my desk setup than anything else. But in the process of cleaning up from this and getting my mat put down on my desktop, I did start another set of cards because I'm going to need Christmas cards to go out here shortly. And these are the ones that I primarily used this July 2022 sketch for. Well, it's all I used so far. But I got 17 cards out of my first pass with that. I've got 2 packs that are 8.5 by 11 paper. And then it's a Hobby Lobby paper pack that's a 12 by 12 paper pack. So I'm actually combining 2 identical paper packs and then one that's just in the same color palette and kind of smushing it all together to do my Christmas cards this year. But they're all in the same color. So like this came from the Hobby Lobby set, but this came from, it's actually by Hallmark. But these will get gems, obviously, to bling them up. And they'll have a sentiment of some form that overlaps here. And instead of doing like the sketch shows, cutting 2 pieces of paper, I really kind of wanted that Merry and Bright. This is both Hobby Lobby. I wanted that Merry and Bright to kind of act as my primary focal point. I didn't want to split it up. This is a harder paper for me to use in general. I love these Christmas trees. So we'll have some sort of basic sentiment. Merry Christmas, well wishes, winter dreams, whatever I choose to stick on there. There's also some cut aparts that I will be able to use from the paper, the 8.5 by 11 paper sets. So we have this group, and there's multiples of each color. This is the Hobby Lobby paper with the 8.5 by 11 paper, Hallmark paper. This is once again the trees with the Merry and Bright, but different background. I am probably going to have to get some more of the hot pink and teal cardstock because I've used quite a bit of it. This is the Hallmark paper with the Hobby Lobby paper, and these are all for the same. So I have my first, and I did get that in there, so we will stamp something to go on the inside on a piece of white, and they'll get the little flags on the inside. We'll do some washi tape on the back. So yeah, that's what I've been doing with my little 5 minutes here, 5 minute there kind of things. I really haven't done as much knitting and crocheting as I would have liked. And it's not to say I don't have any of that to show in my basket as well, but I did do another granny square in the blue. I couldn't remember if I shared these corner to corner squares with you. So these are scrap acrylic squares. These are open skeins that I'm just trying to work out of my stash. So these are using size eye hooks. This is a 10 round granny using it's the same technique I shared in my granny square tutorial. This is a corner to corner. These are 10 row corner to corner. So I've been making scrap squares and then joining them together. If you haven't checked out any of the videos from this year where I put together a whole bunch of these blankets already, that's all this is. Size eye hook with worsted weight acrylic yarn. So we got that one done. And then the other project I worked on is my Franken scarf. So I did get through, since y'all saw this last, I had just started this basket weave portion here. We'll turn off the ring light. Yeah, there you go. You can see the texture a little bit better. So I just transitioned to this basket weave portion last time y'all saw this. And then I've also done a diagonal rib section. I'm about to switch my stitch again. I will leave a link for the Franken scarf down below. I regrettably cannot recommend this as far as the pattern instructions being very clear. Know what your stitches are. But we have what was supposed to be basket weave, following their directions did not give me basket weave. We have what was supposed to be zigzag, but it gave me kind of this seed stitch rib. Then we have some stockinette stitch. This is a rib stitch. This is seed stitch. I can't remember what this was supposed to be. And then now we have actually this might be the one that was supposed to be rib, and this one was supposed to be something. I think this is supposed to be the diagonal seed stitch, which obviously it didn't diagonal. The basket weave portion, and then this diagonal stitch. I mean, it doesn't affect how much I like how this is turning out. I really enjoy the tonal yarn and how this is working, but I am a little vexed that the directions were not particularly well written. So this is using, and it's just because I think in order to save space and typing up the directions, she's not very clear as to how the stitch pattern should be. So I will leave it linked down below if you're familiar with your basic knit purl stitches, as far as like seed stitch, moss stitch, rib stitch, diagonal stitch. You'll be able to figure out what you're supposed to do. It is fun to do the roll the dice, pick a number. Just be forewarned. But I am using Knit Picks Brava variegated, and this is in pink. I had a whole bunch of this in my stash. I actually still have. I've got purple here, and it seems like I've got another one. Maybe it's down in the DK Sports section, but I really like the Knit Picks Brava. I think it's very soft. I really enjoy working with it. So I really like the yarn. I like how it's working up. I just haven't had that much time to work on it. So hopefully over the next couple days, I will have some time to work on it. Also, I did want to share, I got another super adorable card from Melanie. This time it is the little bat stitch. So I might have to do some little bats with some of my black scraps. I do have some black worsted weight scraps still floating around, so we might have to do something a little fun. We get a little happy Halloween, and then there's the directions on the back. But it is actually a sticker on the card that you can keep with written directions. These are some of the cutest cards I have ever seen. Oh, goodness. I have her birthday card actually hanging up on my heart hanger. Right there. That's her card. Oops. That's her card. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic week. I am not sure if I'm going to come in on Saturday with a video or not. There are some new questions you guys have asked that I would be interested in maybe sitting down and having a conversation with you guys. It just depends on what my timing looks like for the next couple days. Like I said, I am aiming to get down to the post office this morning and get set up with a P.O. box. So Got stuff to do. I also probably have to run to the grocery store today while I'm out. So, food be important. It is important to consume food. Calories are good. So anyway, I love you guys. I will see you real soon. Take care.